story time with Big Gang. This will be another episode where this is gonna be another thing. I like in this give my Army experience, what I've been through. Y'all know I live in Killeen, Texas. Y'all know I'm from Chicago. I don't know if y'all know, but I did serve 8 years in the military. I did 2 tours. I did one in Iraq, and I did one in Afghanistan. I did one in Iraq, one in Afghanistan. I started with the 36th Engineer Brigade in Triple Nickel out of Washington, Fort Lewis, Washington. I was in Army Reserves for a little bit, and then I went active duty. How I got in the military, I don't know if y'all familiar with this program, but it was a program back in the early 2000s called the Orange to Green program. A lot of big major cities had them for like, especially when it was like areas youth and shit like that. So I did get my first charge. I landed in jail. Then basically it was my first charge. I had a lot of people speaking up for me in the community. I had a lot of people like, nah,
because you were a good person.
Yeah,
I
just shot a that's all.
Okay.
It was like he just made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? So they had like a welfare hearing, I guess. Right. And I was in the county. I never forget it. I watched. I think she passed away. Man, when I go home in June, I'm gonna have to see where she at. Her name was Sergeant Beverly Fitch. She was my recruiter, and the way she got me in was she came to the hearing, and this is when they was going from BDUs to ACUs.
What does that mean?
The BDUs, the BDUs were like the desert looking uniforms that used to have them brown, tan, and pink.
I like them.
Them are the BDUs. Those are those are DCUs. Those are desert uniforms. BDUs are the green, the original ones. Them are BDUs. And ACUs are the new ones that they wear everywhere. The green, Technicolor paint. You know, those are ACUs. But anyway, I seen she walked in the courtroom and she had it on, whatever. And she was like, I was like, that's a nice uniform, me being fresh. She's like, oh, don't worry, you're going to be wearing one soon. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, degree, right? Judge come in, mom come in. Mr. Faulkner, we hear that you're a really good person. You just made some mistakes. And we noticed that your mom and everybody's been lobbying for you to make changes with your life. Currently, we want to know would you be interested in, serving your country. And, hell yeah, if that means I'm going home today.
And you did it.
And I went. Knowing what I know now, man, look, I say this. The Army is no place for a young black man who has dreams, aspirations, and finding themselves. No, if you are single, you want to be single, you have a game plan, like, you want to get in and get out, then hell yeah, it's for you. But if you're lost and you have no direction, you might want to figure out what you want to do first before you join the Army, because you will get in the Army, be in a whirlwind full of and be somewhere a million miles away from home, still in. It don't matter. You got to know what the you want when you go into the Army. So that's to any kid that's watching that, you think the Army is just the easy way out. You go through more racism. You go through more prejudiceness. You go through more obstacles than you do in the actual civilian world and being in the military. And that's not nothing speaking against it, because I still love my brothers in arms. I got homies that's first lieutenants and warrant officers and everything now. But I know verbatim, if you're young and you lost and you come from a certain demographic, like, figure out if that's what you really want to do. Because that life not for the average person. Like, when you young like that and you getting money, you shouldn't be even thinking about a wife. You should really be living the soldier's life, drinking, girls, dating how you want to date, and that should be it. Because I can honestly say, when I went to the military, it was different. Let me get that understood. When I went to the military, this seems like a while, not too long ago. I got in 2006, 2007. That's the time I went to the late entry program in 2006. This was at a time when America was losing the war. So it was a lot of soldiers coming back drunk. Wasn't no word for PTSD yet. Wasn't no Strong Star programs. Wasn't none of this stuff they got now for PTSD. It was just coming back from overseas, drunk, killing their wives, beating their wives, and that's what they was doing. That's what they were doing. It wasn't no word for wasn't no programs to get no help. Wasn't no programs geared to help no soldiers or none of that. So when I got in, everybody was warning me like, man, you going to the Army, bro. Like, they don't play that. My god brother was in the Army. His name Tahavis. Shout out to my nigga Tahavis. He told me like, look, niggas can still put their hands on you. Now the Army I came in, it was called wall-to-wall counseling. Niggas can put their hands on you. So I went to basic training, Fort Benning, Georgia. I went to basic training, home of the Queen of the Battle, home of infantry. I got my job and everything at MEPS. I was a 63 Bravo, which is now it's a light wheel vehicle. It's a 91 series now. It's a 91 Bravo, I believe. It's light wheel vehicle mechanic.
Okay.
I started off as a vehicle. Like even to this day, like I'm good with cars.
I was just about to ask, so you can.
Yeah, I'm like I know how to troubleshoot. I know how to do all that. Like yeah, I know how to do.
Never mind. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, I know how to troubleshoot. I know how to do all that. I know how to change oil filters, all that. I worked in the motor pool for 6 years. Like I know how to do all that. Like as long as I got the tools, yeah. As long as I got the tool and the technical manual, I could do it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was ASC certified for like 4 years. Like that's something I could do on my own. Like no problem. Seriously, got the paperwork for it. I joined.
Many hats.
I joined. It was like the craziest culture shock ever, cause I never seen white people, that many white people.
Why do you keep saying that? You keep going, man. Everywhere you go, you claim you ain't never seen white people.
I ain't never seen that many white people, bro. You gotta understand, I'm from Chicago. We segregated racism. Everybody got their own parts of town. Only way you seeing white people is if you go downtown. That's the only way you seeing white people in Chicago, Illinois. If you going downtown, like you not rolling through niggas' neighborhood to get some food, yeah, maybe. But just like how we live amongst each other in Killeen, how I got white neighbors, no, they don't work like that. It's zoning, like in Chicago, like literally to this day. Like you could be a millionaire, you still might have to live in a certain part of town unless you got money. Yeah, you'll be a millionaire and still stuck on like you could be a millionaire and still stuck on like 40th 13 Drive, just in one of the good nice brownstones over there, and a nice brownstone house off King Drive. Yeah, that's all it is. Niggas don't give a like Chicago don't care. It's structural racism. The Irish gonna be where they at, the blacks gonna be where they at, and the Italians gonna be where they at.
That's probably the best thing for you.
But I ain't gonna lie, that's what if I told you that's where maybe the reason why the city is one of the most dopest places ever.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking, because
that's why Chicago is one of the most dopest places ever.
And y'all probably keep the dollar in the community longer than the average.
So I go to basic training. I knew the Army was a mind when we finally went to basic training. When we finally went to the Starship, I never forget it. I'm Bravo 347 Spartan. I'll never forget it. I never forget it. 347 Company Bravo Spartans. I never forget it. So we get to the Starship, everything. We do the in processing. You know how that go. They shoot you full of like 30 different shots. You don't know what the fuck it is. Seriously. Everything in the Army is a method to the madness. Even down to the drinks and stuff that they're giving you, the cool-offs you drinking, that makes you like, the shit they like, the cool-offs they give you in jail, the cool-offs that they give you in the Army, the shit that you drink in the MRE package.
I like the way you knew that I couldn't relate in the Army way, but I knew about jail. You know how the same stuff you be drinking when you be going to jail.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, I get it.
Yeah, man. All right, look, I gotta break this down at all 3 levels. So, basically,
cause go to hell, I'll let that slide. You was just too crook when you said like, oh no, I know exactly how you would understand.
Hear me now, good.
You know them cool-offs you used to drink.
Hey, so basically, all that shit is geared. That's when I found out it was a mind. Like it took for niggas to explain that shit to me. Like I went to the perfect thing. Like I said, in any situation I always encounter, I'm always encountering a situation where something ain't right. That's the story of my life. It's some abnormality.
Right.
I went to basic training with 320 OCS people. I don't know if you know who OCS is, but that's Officer Candidate School. When they were leaving us, they weren't going to AIT like everybody else. They were going to go be officers. So they already knew what they were getting in. They knew.
Oh, okay.
So that's when these that went to college and all that. They were going to basic to get it out the way. Then they were going to basic leader course. They was gonna learn from E7s and E6s how to be officers in the military. That's how they do it. It's all self-taught. They just get hired enlisted to teach the officers. Yes, right? Yeah, that's all they do. So I'm thinking like they explained to me like, yeah, man, like they give you this stuff in the MRE. This is for this. That's when I found out the gum is the laxative. I found that out in reception at the Adjutant Battalion. I found that out like the gum is to make you shit.
You found that out before the first time you ever chewed the gum?
Right,
and you still chewed it?
Chewed it like a dumbass. Chewed it like
you
a dumbass.
don't learn shit.
Man.
Shit, get it?
So,
I'm sorry.
A hardy hard.
That was funny.
So, I go basic training, all that shit. The first day they come pick you up. The buses come pick you up. They take you down to the starships. The starships are basically like the barracks that you basic train in and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So we go there, get on the bus. Man, they playing church music. Anytime they playing church music before anything serious, it's never good. It's never good. Like, nigga, I remember when I was going to jail and I heard, take me to the king. I was like, oh, yep, the judge is for sure saying guilty today. Yep. I never forget that shit. I never forget that one time I went to jail. I went to jail when I was 26. I never forget. My baby mom was taking me to court. And they just so happened to play "Take Me to the King." I was like, "Oh, yep, I'm getting sentenced today. I'm going to jail."
So the Lord reached out to you, and the first thing you thought was, "Well, that's it."
Never fails. Went to basic training. Swear to God, they on a bus.
That's why I stopped swearing on me.
They playing BB1. I'm a 5%er anyway.
Hey, that's what. All right, keep going.
They playing BB1s. They playing BB1s. I'm like, oh, this ain't finna be good at all.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm like, okay, cool. So I never forget his name. His name was Drew. If you watching this shit, I know you know who you is, and you know who I am. And if you watching this, just know this is the funniest shit I ever seen in the military ever. This is the first day they do the shark attack. It's you can YouTube it, everything. They can't do it like they used to do it. This is back in 2007. Literally, he jumps on the bus. Get the off my bus right now. Oh, you mother pieces of shit. Now he hitting the chairs and shit. Boom,
they could pay me to do that in the
But the way he doing it, like, this is the first time I ever heard the word asshole split into 2 syllables. He wake up, asshole. I'm like, okay, this is
with the
different.
Veins popping out his neck like cartoons.
So some dude popped up. And now they mind you, the armies, they get niggas BCGs, birth control goggles. These ugly goggle glasses you gotta wear in basic training until you get out and can get regular glasses. They give you the most
for safety reasons.
These are like Urkel from Jerkel glasses that you have to wear in the military.
Right.
When you shoot and everything, they will your drill sergeant will skull you, no diddy. If you don't wear these, like tap you, get you off the field, all that shit. It's that serious. This nigga, I never forget his name. His name was Piper. I thought it was so cool. It was a white boy named Piper.
Okay.
He popped up at Drill Sergeant Jones, like meat hooked him. But it was like, you ever
he hopped up right at the right time.
You ever seen that meme? Man. When dude hitting the machine and the girl walking past?
Yep.
That. So Drill Sergeant is nowhere to stop it. Drill Sergeant Jones clears him. Bow! Like meat hook him. He fall. Nigga, everybody on the bus, there was this little white dude in front of me. He had his bag. He was like, oh, shit.
I'm going home.
Hey, he was like, I want to go home. Now,
yeah, y'all would have turned me right around.
Now, he was like, you can't go nowhere. You signed that contract.
Go to hell. You ain't finna be punching on me.
This is what they doing, right? They know you can't get up to the stairs to get your bag down in 30 seconds. It's impossible. Okay. They want you to run off the bus, run up 3 flights of stairs, run down back with your bag in 30 seconds. Hurry up. They running at you. Run up, put the bag down. You didn't make it in 30 seconds. Get down, beat your face. So I get up there, right? Then I mind you, I'm a city nigga. This is the first time I ever hear beat your face. So he's like, he's like, who is you? I was like, private father, sir. He's like, you mean drill sergeant? I ain't your sir. I ain't no officer. Beat your face. I was like,
What the?
I started beating my face on GD. I ain't know what the to do. I'm like, okay.
You are so embarrassing.
That probably made him want to break and laugh.
Bruh, so look, they did. I never forget it. His name Drill Sergeant Williams. To this day, he's still him. Drill Sergeant Man White, Anthony Jaleel White, all I'm still cool with them. To this day, I'm still cool with them. Like, that's when I knew it was a mind. When they realize, I don't care who you are or where you from, a nigga gonna always recognize another nigga. Mm-hmm. And they recognized I was another nigga. So they was, where you from? I was like, man, I'm from Chicago. Them niggas was like, oh, who you think you is?
Yeah.
Shot-Town?
Yeah.
You think you Big GD? Shot-Town? What, you one of them Vice Lords? Shot-Town? They was getting on my ass. After that, I ended up being Drill Sergeant White, favorite person. They used to do like, bro, I never forget. Last day of basic training, we graduated. Nigga, I'm on CQ. He bring me outside. He got a bad bitch outside. He on CQ duty. He the sergeant on CQ. He got a bad bitch in the truck with him. He like, man, this is one of my favorite students. I just want to show my little nigga a little something. This is why I'm at basic training. Like, that's why I say I always had the gift of gab. Like, I always knew where to fit in with the right people. Like, the drill sergeants used to f with me. That's how I knew it was a mind. Like, the first sergeant his name was Drill Sergeant. His name was First Sergeant Larry Brown. Never forget him. They used to call him the Black Diamond. They used to call this nigga the Black Diamond.
That's why you stayed in there for so long.
Yeah, because I was cool with niggas. Like, even when I got to my duty station, I was cool with niggas. Like, I used to come to work and I didn't go to none of the FRG meetings and none of that. Like, my homies didn't know I was in the Army until one day they just see me come. I came to go kick with them niggas in my uniform. Partner them didn't know I was in the Army. Like, nigga, you in the Army?
What are you doing, weirdo?
What the f? They was clueless. So, back to basic training. It's all this shit that they got team building. Like, it's designed from day one to mine. Let me get this. Let me tell y'all this if you go to basic training. Everything from blue phase, white phase, to red phase. Red, white, and blue, white, and red. Each phase is made. The first phase, blue phase, is to tear you down. Everything you can't do shit right. It's nothing you can do right. The first 2 weeks of basic training, you can't do nothing right. You could dress, and it's impossible. You got a DNC, everything. You gonna get smoked to the wall. I got smoked to the walls sweated. We used to get smoked to the walls sweated. The Army is the biggest gay joke ever, by the way. The first night I was in the Army, bro, I never forget it. First night in the Army, shower time. I'm thinking like niggas just gonna go to the shower, right? It just, whatever. They make niggas line up damn near nut the butt like this.
Because y'all got to get comfortable with each other. Y'all have to be so comfortable with each other. Just because your life is in our hands.
And now knowing what knowing what I know now, it was explained then, it was just gay as I ain't know no better. It wasn't until then I noticed like, man, my drill sergeant was like, what you gonna do if you become a sniper? This the nigga that gotta change you and watch you. If you on a sniper mission, what if you get picked to be a sniper? He gonna see you naked and all that. He gotta change your piss bag out, your bag out, all that. I didn't. So like you just said, it's crazy that you said that because that's true. A lot of situations in the real military, see what I tell niggas all the time. That shit that niggas be doing it for. That's Army when niggas go play soldier. The real shit that be going on, conflicts and shit. Yeah, you right. You gonna be closer than most with the average soldier. Like, nigga, it ain't like platoons of niggas going to go do shit. Sometimes it be you and maybe one or two other niggas, bro. It ain't a lot of y'all. When y'all doing certain missions and shit going on, it ain't a lot of niggas. It's a lot of more covert op shit going on these days. So you gonna be closer than the average. The Army's the biggest gay joke ever. That was the first time I ever heard, battle buddy, you're the one. You make shower time so much fun. Like, the Army, bro. Even when I deployed, the gay chicken, military. Gay chicken, learned that from the Marines.
Nobody want to hear it. No.
Bro, I'm gonna get to that next episode. I'm talking about basic training. Basic training, everything you do is wrong. They say you can eat anything you want, and oh my God, I don't care who you is. Bro, you ever seen Black Dynamite?
Yeah.
On HBO? That's my favorite show. Remember the Different Strokes episode? He's like, Willis, I'm so hungry. Man, you go. You go to the DFAC and you a kid from the projects. They ain't never seen a bold ass spread of fine wines. They make sandwiches on demand and toasters. You ain't never seen this shit before. You out the ghetto. You think about it.
You thought you made it.
I thought I made it. The first time I went to the D-Pack, they said you can eat anything you want. I got anything I wanted, and guess what? They smoked the shit out of me. I threw that shit up. My drill sergeant was like, "You enjoy them cookies?" You enjoy them cookies, Faulkner? You enjoy them cookies, Private? Guess what?
See, that's what wouldn't work for me because I don't like being yelled at.
Oh,
Now I gotta cry in front of all these people.
We ain't had no stress cards back then.
I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna cry immediately. It don't matter. My feelings don't even really gotta be hurt. It's just a knee jerk. Like I'm not even really hurt, but I'm gonna cry. Like, yeah. And then now I'm embarrassed. Now you done made me cry in front of all these people. I don't even know them yet. Now I got to figure out how I can smoke you and get away with it.
What? Bro, look. So whole time I'm talking about like, man, I'm in basic training. All right, it was this dude. I remember I said every phase they pick one. They find the weakest of the litter. And if you watching this too, man, I hope you're doing good. His name was Jonathan Pittman, and I'm gonna leave off at this. He was the one they picked, and we paid for everything that nigga did. He was a white boy from Florida. We paid for everything that nigga did. Like, he just wasn't built like that. Like, what I mean, just, you know how certain people just don't have, like, they can't do one pull up, they can't do one
like
sit up.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, him. You ever seen Full Metal Jacket?
Nope.
Oh my God. Watch Full Metal Jacket when you go home.
All right.
Greatest movie, one of the greatest movies of all time. Watch it.
Metal Jacket.
I wouldn't even overhype it like that. Watch Full Metal Jacket tonight, and you gonna, I swear, after the first 10 minutes, you gonna call me like, nigga, what the fuck do you got me watching?
All right.
Am I bullshitting, Jack? You gonna be like, what the fuck? You gonna be tripped the fuck out.
All right.
You gonna be like, no. And, what was his name? That was his nickname, Gomer Pyle. What the fuck was it?
Snap some more. If you keep snapping, you'll remember.
I'm trying to think. What the fuck was this nigga name, man? My dude was Jonathan Pittman. He was just the dude that he couldn't get right. I'm trying to think. What was his name?
I'll find him and put the picture.
Yeah, you gotta find him because he used to call him. It was Cowboy. Because maybe, come here, cow. Choke yourself. We made him choke. The nigga made him choke himself. No, stupid. Don't grab my hand. Put your face right here, dipshit. He made him choke himself, bro. It's the Marines, bro. When you watch, that's probably one of the most shocking movies you'll ever watch in your life. Like, it show you everything from hazing, from all that shit. Like, you gonna be like, what the fuck? You gonna call me and tell me like, nigga, what the fuck you got me watching?
All right.
That shit crazy. It's fun though. It's about the Vietnam War. That shit hard. Great movie. 8 out of 10 to me. Full Metal Jacket. I'm watching shit when I go home. That nigga was like, where are you from, Snowball? It was a black dude. Where are you from, Snowball? I'm from
Private Leonard Gomer Pyle.
Yeah, Leonard. Private Leonard. He was Gomer Pyle. And I wanted to do Snowball. He was from Texas. He was like, where you from, Snowball? I'm from Texas. Only thing that come from Texas is steers and queers. How tall are you, Snowball? 5'9". Bullshit. You don't bullshit. Only steers and queers. He was going off on them niggas.
All right.
He was like, are you gay?
See?
That's how, bro, I'm telling you, the first 10 minutes of the movie gonna fuck your head up. But that's how it really was. It's just on a lower level for the Army. Marines, they jacked. They out.
I feel like you got to be a little bit crazy to be a Marine.
Marines off the Yelza bar. Yeah. I'm gonna get into that later on down the line. But I was in basic, them niggas, bro. Like I so happened to run across like some Marines that was cross training, and them niggas like they different. Told jarheads, man. They say you can say what you want. Like, it's levels. They really like that. I put it to you like this: in the Army, for the most part, like, everybody got a job, everybody got to do it. And then you going to see, like, bruh, that shit. Watch, I'm telling you, watch, when you go home, watch Full Metal Jacket. It's the funniest movie ever. It's the funniest movie ever because it shows you, like, how it's broken down in military terms, everything. And literally, like, Blueface, we had a dude named Jonathan Pittman. He couldn't do shit. And, like, we had to build him up. Like, I don't know how each period they would find who the weakest gazelles were, and them the ones that they, like, the drill sergeants would focus on. Mm-hmm. And, like, if they couldn't do it, y'all got smoked.
So you better help me, homie.
Like, bruh, everybody graduated. Ain't nobody a holdover in my class, though. Everybody graduated. Everybody made it out. They meant they was getting us the fuck out of there. But we was wild though. Niggas got caught drunk. I remember one time when a nigga left off base in basic training. He came back. He had a Coke bottle full of Jack Daniels. The nigga was like, bruh, yes. The drill sergeants caught him, whatever. They asked him what he have. Now, mind you, this nigga's like Vietnamese or Korean or whatever. So this the funniest shit ever, and I'm going to go ahead and let it go. He say, Private Young, what do you have in your bottle? Coke. He drunk. Mind you, this nigga's pissy drunk. So have you ever heard a Chinese nigga drunk? That nigga said, actually. That nigga was like, what do you have in the cup? He's like, what do you have in that bottle? He was like, Coke. He's like, no, what's in the bottle, asshole?
Yeah, stop playing with
me. That nigga said, Coke and whiskey. It fell. Boom. Hey, Private Faulkner, get this dip shit up. He said, I am a little dumpling and I'm drunk, Faulkner. Don't touch me. Well, I have fish oil. That nigga
okay, what was the fish oil? Bro, see, now.
And that was the funniest shit that ever happened. Like, one of the funniest shit I ever seen. They asked that nigga, he said, Coke. He said, nah, what's in the bottle, asshole? Man, he was like, Coke and whiskey. And that nigga fell over.
You gotta be strong to make it in the army, though.
That was the only holdover. His name was Jess Kitachai. He was from Guam. He was Guamanian. His name was Jess Kitachai. He left. He walked off fucking base 12 miles for a fucking bottle. He came back, the 20-ounce bottle of fucking Coca-Cola. Now, mind you, this is what niggas was doing. Niggas was smuggling shit back in to basic training. Niggas, like, when they like on Saturdays, niggas would like leave, go to the PX, go do shit, and come back with drinks and all this shit. You feel me? You gotta think. Niggas is in basic training. We making $1,000. Niggas, I was the dumbest trick for my girlfriend back at home that time. I'm sending this bitch $400 every 2 weeks. I'm in the army. Tricking like a dumbass. So, needless to say, it's niggas in there. They spend their money on all type of shit. One nigga bought a bottle of whiskey for $250.
Get the fuck out of here.
In basic training. Nigga paid me $20 for a pack. Nigga paid me $20 for a pack of Halls. Because he wanted some candy.
And paid for some Halls, though. Go ahead.
And paid for some Halls. Hey, we used to go to the PX. We couldn't get milkshakes. We used to go get our haircuts. We could get milkshakes to White Phase. So that was like the halfway point. So we could get milkshakes. We used to just go to the PX, get our haircut, and go back. We couldn't stop to get milkshakes and shit. They used to have like the milkshake lady and shit. And niggas used to get milkshakes and shit. Or the only thing they used to let us do on free time was on Sundays. And even free time, you went to church or nigga, you was cleaning your gun. Like, that's it.
Pick one.
Other than that, and you might can use the phone for 5 minutes. You can't use your phone with, I don't know if they changed it now in basic training, but I know in AIT, like, that's when you got your phone back. You got your phone, you got, like, the day, it was family day, the day before your family came to see you graduate before you went to AIT or wherever you was going. Mm-hmm. You got money, so you go out pose. Remember Virgin Wireless?
Yeah,
I had Virgin Wireless. That's the first phone I got when I got out basic training. I'd never forget that shit. I had my little dress blues on. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the mall, nigga. I'm like, yeah, nigga. I thought I was that nigga. Yeah. Nigga, I went and got me a Georgia number 706. That was the area code. 706, Virgin Mobile. And I went to AIT. I went to AIT in Fort Jackson. But I'm going to get on that next episode, and I'm going to explain, like, more of what I was doing. Like, because I went to IT. That's when I got my training for, like, being a mechanic, working on strikers and shit. That's how I was telling niggas, like, nigga, I could blow you the fuck up, nigga. Like, I know how to work on strikers and all that shit. I be driving tractors. I been driving Abrams tanks and all that shit since I was 19 years old. I know how to do all that shit.
40 years ago.
I know how to take it. Wait a minute now. I'm 36.
Oh.
Yeah, I ain't that old now, nigga.
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad, school.
Nah, but for real though, I'm gonna leave after I say this. One of the last funniest things I seen in the army was this. I will never forget when I was in Iraq. This was like my 4th month there. You know, they got showers. I was in Fallujah. I was in MNF West. I was in the 36th Engineer Brigade. We were attached to the Triple Nickel and the 1st and Guadalcanal Marine Unit. And we was staying in Fallujah. And I'll never forget me, my homeboy Ramsey, my nigga Saul, my nigga Timberlake. We go to the showers or whatever. So we shower. Now by the time we get out, it's like a group of Marines. They all like surrounded each other. They all like in a circle. They got towels on, whatever. It's 2 niggas in the middle. And so they in that bitch. And they betting money on like who got hard. It's called gay chicken. They're like, all right, touch his boob for $10. Touch each other's boob. All right, smack his ass for $25. Smack his ass. So it's like, all right, who gonna grab for $200? We was like, what the fuck? That's why I say the military, is the world's biggest gay joke. Ask about it. Gay chicken. It was invented in the Marines. Why the hell would I ask about it? It was invented in the Marines. We'll catch y'all next time. Shouts out to my girl
Autumn.
Let them know where to find you.
You can find me at AUTMNTHEEGREAT everywhere.
And you
everywhere.
And you can find me in St. Louis.
Man, be for real.
We got jobs and some serious. Remember that shit?
I don't believe 3 people unfollow you for that bullshit.
Remember that shit? You can find me in St. Louis. That was the shit. All right, y'all can find me at BigGang_039. Check me out, like, subscribe, and check out the content. Follow, subscribe, Pop Austin Media, subscribe, all that. Love, peace, and hair grease. Hey man, it's your boy Big Gang. You tapping into Pop Austin Media. You like that content? Man, hit that like, subscribe button, and get in tune for sure.